I'm just so happy to see the actual cup noodle is showing up in stores now. So good.
Greetings, Earthbound travelers. Welcome to the night's adventures of Will the Dice presents Scions of Oblivion. I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and thank you so much for joining us as we, yeah. Before we get started, we do have some announcements and introductions to make. And starting off, we are for mature audiences only. If you are not mature audience, you're going to want to leave, especially if you're offended by sexual innuendos and the word fuck. Secondly, we are in no way, shape, or form affiliated or associated with any other creators, TTRPG creators, publishers, any of that. We're just a group of friends that get together to play some Dungeons and Dragons and share that experience with you. Locke.
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I'm here to talk to you about our partners in this endeavor, Level Up Dice, fine purveyors of luxury dice for all your sexy dice needs. And tonight, I'm going to talk to you about my second favorite set of dice. Now, you all know my first favorite set of dice. That would be our Ambassador dice, the lovely Ignore My Chip Nail Polish, our lovely blue cat's eye stained glass die. Oh, they're so pretty. But tonight, you already all know about those, so I'm going to talk to you about my first set of Level Up dice, my hematite set. Ooh, look how shiny. Ooh, yes. And they've got a nice heft to them. They roll really well. They are very satisfying when they roll. I get really good rolls with them. This is the die that I've rolled 2 nat 20s back to back on. So, I highly endorse these. And, if you're like me and you love hematite, these are great. If hematite is not your favorite stone or is not a stone you really jive with, there are plenty of other options. So go over to Level Up Dice, check out their stone dice, figure out which set calls to you. Do you like Tiger's Eye? Do you like Malachite? What do you like? Go find a set. You need more dice in your life. You have friends who need more dice in their lives. Go get a set of dice for you or for somebody you care about. And to do that, you're going to go through our portal because it makes us look good and you want us to look good. To do that, you're going to go to https://bit.ly/L, Will of the Dice, all one word. That's bit.ly/LUD, Will of the Dice. Go check it out. And also, we would like to thank the musicians who have provided music for tonight's show. Those musicians are Kevin MacLeod. They are Michael Gelfie. They are Dwergar. They are the newcomer, Robert Austin. I'll remember his name one of these times that I have to look at my cheat sheet. And they are our very own Patrick Taylor. Thanks, Pants.
Thanks, Locke. To give our standard nicotine disclaimer, Alice.
Hi, everyone. We at Will of the Dice do not condone the use of nicotine products such as vaping, cigars, and cigarettes. Some of us might be users of such products, but we do not encourage you to be users of these products. Don't be like us. And we are not hypocrites for saying this. We just want you to be happy and healthy individuals, and being addicted to nicotine does not make you a healthy individual.
All right, thank you. And to tell you about something else is Patrick.
Y'all, I know that last week was incredible. I have been told many times that I have a beautiful face, and these faces are incredible to see. And it's just something you just don't get when you listen to this via our audio things. Do you want to see my beautiful face? Do you want to see my reactions I make when I'm muted? Zaraj, John, don't you go to YouTube and search Roll of Dice, you can see my face. Well, YouTube, Roll of the Dice. Like, comment, subscribe, talk about my face, talk about my beautiful faces, subscribe to my beautiful faces. Hit that bell so you get the notification when you see my beautiful face. YouTube, Roll of the Dice. Do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Patrick. Now let's go ahead and get our introductions out of the way so we can get into tonight's combat session. Yeah.
All right, let's see if I remember how to do this. Hi, I'm John. I'm playing your Loxodon matronly mother figure druid, Zaraj. I am back after a cross-country move that I am glad is over and ready to get thrown into the fire and flames.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley. I'll be playing both Venfira and Lena tonight. Lena is a 7'3" Goliath woman with white hair with a purple streak running through it. She is new to the group. She is a paladin who has been sent by her goddess to help find Venfira and bring her back and restore the balance. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, the voice of Tosh, a metal man, but used to be a dragonborn. Tosh is here to help his friends save the world and hopefully find his own body, and is looking forward to seeing Zaraj again. You can find me on Twitter at PeculiarPatrick.
Hi everyone, I'm Alice. I'll be the voice of Nyx Shadowstalker tonight, formerly known as Dandy Santhy Jubbing Gigglebox Pin Cushion Monfrey Shadowstalker. She is now a 5'8", 140-pound orange tiefling with dark violet hair and glowing yellow eyes and antelope-styled horns that curve around the top of her head. And you can find me on Twitter at CapandCuppyCake.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Lot Clark, and tonight I am playing Karak's Shadowstalker. I almost said the old name. I'm playing Karak Shadowstalker, the cleric of Lamergash, a storm goddess of the orc clans. I am a full orc. I have slate blue skin, fiery red beard and top knot, and I wear full plate armor. And you can, and apparently we're about to prove our worth, so we'll see how that goes. You can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Lock Unruly. That's Lock with an H.
As I said at the beginning of this, I am Tyr the DM. I am the world's okayest DM. And you can find me on Twitter at Tyr_the_DM. As always, tonight's safe word is porcelain. And do we have any last requests before we begin?
Not the face.
I'm
Oh,
up.
so hard to face.
It's so pretty.
So-
Don't have a face.
So, when last we left, the party had wow, it's been so long I got to remember. I'm old. No. The party having been rejoined by the rogue formerly known as Dandy, now taking on the name of Nyx, in tiefling form. They had made their way to the ruins of it's going to be one of those nights. They had made their way to the ruins of Uma, the fire primordial. Entering, they made their way through the ruins, coming to being challenged with needing to know the tenets of the religion and not having that information. Finally making their way into the altar room, where they were met by a large iron androgynous creature that said that if they were there for the piece of the heartstone, it would be trial by combat. Thankfully, Karak had sent message via sending to Zaraj, keeping her apprised of everything that was going on, allowing her to make her way to the temple. Her entering the altar room as this creature announces that combat is the only way to proceed. And so this is where our story will continue. And this is what we'll discover. Have you been forsaken to the will of the dice? I need all of you to please go ahead and roll initiative and join me in Owlbear as this iron creature's sword erupts in flame.
I'm rolling real dice today.
Yay!
And they seem happy.
They feel happy.
I feel happy. I love the little icon for Nyx.
I drew it myself. I actually did.
1 second here. The combat encounter crashed. I had to remake my encounter. We will now go through initiatives. Karak,
11.
Nyx,
9.
Tosh,
Tosh will be a 15 today.
Lena,
19.
and Zerad.
13.
All right. So, Lena, Rock.
So if I'm getting this right, poor Zaraj is walking into the room expecting to see Karak, Tosh, Dandy, and Venfira, correct?
He had been apprised that
Oh, that's right.
Dandy was no longer Dandy and that Venfira had been taken.
Gotcha.
so-
Okay. My brain is a little mushy.
She's still going to come in a little confused because even though she's aware that her Dandy is not Dandy and Venfira is missing, she, it takes, even though it's like, oh, hey, white elephant in the room. Hey, look at that.
Ooh. Did Karak warn her about the Goliath? Nope.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, so
I
surprise,
only-
there's also a great big Goliath with them.
I
I only
mean,
get
at this
25
point,
words.
Zaraj has experienced, life with Scrimp. So it's not completely unheard of to come into someone completely unknown. But we'll see how it goes. See if she treats you better than Scrimp.
John, I
All
thought
right.
Zaraj was gray. I didn't know Zaraj was a white elephant.
No, she is a gray elephant.
Oh, okay.
But,
Thank you.
all right. So first off, shout out to Kawaii Tornado for this beautiful map. Thank you so
pretty.
much. It is beautimous. And we will get down to the dirty. Lena, you're up first.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. I need to measure. I didn't measure yet. Yeah, well within my movement. Lena will going around Nyx, run right up and start in with her axe, which I need to remember does radiant damage in addition when I roll. Okay. So 22.
22 will hit.
22 will hit.
Yes.
All right. I'm one-handed at the moment because I also have my shield. So that is 10 points of slashing and 3 points radiant on the first strike.
Okay.
Well, then I need to double check that, make sure I'm using the right. Yeah, I'm using the right die for my radiant. I suddenly questioned whether it was D8 or D6. That's 22 again
Already.
for 9 points of slashing and 6 points of radiant.
All right. So 2 huge smashes from the Goliath, the iron ringing as it dents this creature looking down at you. That will that be the end of your turn?
That will be Leonard's turn.
All right. The creature will raise up its sword and begin to attack you, Lena.
I figured as much.
First attack is a 14.
That will miss.
Second attack is a 26.
That one will hit.
I'm sorry, guys. It's taking me a little bit to get back in the groove with everything going on with work and being out of it for a bit. I'm a little slow tonight. Having to do math. That'll be 30 points of damage.
Oof.
Sword coming down, slamming hard into you.
All right.
All right, that will bring up Tosh.
All right. Tosh is going to. How tall is this creature?
It is very tall. It is considered a large.
Okay.
Oh, it's about 9 foot tall.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
a large iron androgynous construct.
Cool. All right. I'm trying to see if I have that cool thing to do the jump yet, but we are going to use the movement that I have to swing around behind or to the side, the left side of this giant golem.
Okay, you have to give me a dexterity check to try to cross the river of magma.
Okay.
Magma.
Magma.
Could I use acrobatics as I am proficient in that?
Sure.
$19.
Okay, you're able to get across.
Perfect. And now that I'm next to him, Tosh is going to use his vicious quarterstaff to strike this being. My apple load, thank you. First attack is a 15.
15 misses, slamming into it with your quarterstaff. Dong.
Second attack. Let's see. I'm going to use 2 key points to make it a key fueled attack, which will add, or not key fueled attack. It's something about focused aim. That's what I'm using. It goes up by 2 each key point I use, so +4 to the roll, making the roll a total of 13 plus my 8 is a 21.
And one will hit.
Heck yeah. It will deal 6 magical bludgeoning damage, and then I'm going to spend another key point to do Flurry of Blows. But before I do Flurry of Blows, may I use a key point to do Stunning Strike? Con saving throw DC 16.
He's fine.
Dang, okay. Then I will use the key point so that I can do 2 unarmed strikes. With my Vis. A 13.
13 misses.
Okay, and the second one. Ooh, that's way better. 27.
27 will hit.
And that will deal. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, that's cool. 11 magical bludgeoning damage. And then I'm also going to spend another key point. Sorry, y'all, I keep using key points. But I would like to do, as since I've hit with my thing, I'm going to use my open hand technique. And I would like for him to make a dexterity saving throw DC 16. If he fails, he falls prone.
All right, dexterity. Oh, he's prone.
Hell yeah. We swept the leg.
Well, hold on. I'm rolling a D6 to see which way he falls, or a D4 rather. He's large. He may fall on Lena. He falls to the south. We will put a green ring around him to make him notated as being prone. Right quick, I apologize to those listening on podcast. I have not set the scene. The party is in a triangle-shaped chamber that has, from each point, a river of magma flowing into the center. In the center is an altar with a piece of the Heartstone that they're after on it. It is being guarded by a large iron construct. Is that your turn, Tosh?
That, after striking a cool pose, he will finish his turn, having swept the
Alright.
leg.
That will bring up Ziraj.
Ziraj comes bounding in, seeing Tosh and Lena wailing on the Guardian. Tosh sweeping the leg and shouts out in comments, "Stop this nonsense now! Knock it off!" Seeing Lena hurt, she's going to cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds. That'll be 5, 9, 19 points of healing to Lena. And then in Primordial, she is going to say to the Guardian, "O wise Guardian of Uma, I apologize for my friends. They know not the tenets." And she's going to reach down and pull him up while saying this. "I have tried my best, and they have improved. And upon being the flame, I have been their beacon of hope. I have been their heat, being a mother figure to 2 that are currently not present, hoping to reunite them with their families. And I have been the light and a shining example of who they should be and strive to be."
The creature will, as you extend your hand, will look at your hand. And in Primordial, you have kept a tenant, but it has been written, and so it must be fulfilled, that those that would take the stone must take it by force.
Then force it shall be, but we shall do it honorably. But Cure Wounds is an action, and then so bonus action, I will ignite my starry form, and now you see Ziraj is almost incorporeal in her star form. It's like shimmering and shining across her body even more so than before, and that'll be on my bonus action, and then that'll be my turn.
That'll
And
bring
then
up
in
Corrupt.
comment, I'll say, actually, go ahead and continue.
Oh, thank you. Oh, so it's my turn then. All right. So, you know, the first question I'm going to ask, I have a feeling, is how tall is this room?
This room is approximately 25 foot tall.
So not tall enough. That's the correct. Okay, good to know. I can't use my favorite thing, so I have to go to my other thing.
Yeah, this room is on multiple axes, not large enough for that.
Well, I got my 60-foot, corner to center, but I don't. Yeah, I do not have. I do not have height. So yeah. Yeah, so I reckon I'm going to cast a 5th level Shatter, and I'm going to center that. That is a 10-foot radius. I'm going to put it 8 feet behind the creature.
Okay.
Back over here so that the creature gets caught in the radius, but none of the party does.
All right.
So that is a DC 19 Constitution saving throw.
And it will fail.
It will fail. So it will take full damage, which at this level is 6d8. 6 of those. I have 5. I just have to roll. All right. Cool. Wow. It's an unholy night, guys. Unholy night. I rolled I rolled a 6, a 6, a 6, a 6, and a 5, and a 6. So 6 times 5 is
30.
30 and 5, so 35 points of that is thunder damage. And if the creature is made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal, oh, I'm sorry, he had disadvantage on that saving throw anyway. But yeah, but he failed anyway, so it doesn't matter.
All right. The loud whoom shatters through the room. Lava flowing out of the river, being cast across the room. Luckily, not towards you all. The creature taking damage from the shatter will now bring up Nyx.
Alrighty. So here's the thing. I'm gonna need to do a dex roll because Nyx is going to go across the lava, one of the lava flows, to be able to flank with Tosh.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and do that.
The creature's still prone, though, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. That is... plus 9 is 15, plus 10 is 25.
You are fine.
Yay! And we all know what time it is.
What time is it?
It's stibbity stabbing time.
Wiki.
Ooh, that's a good roll. That is a 27 to hit.
27 hits.
I did not roll with advantage, even though I should have. Okay, so I need this.
Go ahead and roll because you may crit.
Oh, right. Wah! If I don't throw my dice everywhere. No, it's not a crit. That was actually lower than what I had rolled. So it still stands. What is my sneak attack at the moment? 7. So I need you and you. You two can go have a vacation. And now we do all of the dice. Alright, that is... Scroll where I want you to scroll, not the entire page, thank you. So that is 5, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 23. 23 damage.
All right. And that included your sneak attack, correct?
Yes.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. That will bring up Lena.
All right. Going back at it with my axe.
Remember, it's prone, so you get advantage.
Okay. All right. Still gonna miss. Because 4 and 11 is only 15.
That will miss.
Thank God for advantage. The other one was a 1. Oh, but the 22.
22 will hit.
22 will hit. All right. So we're going to do 13 points of slashing and 3 points of radiant on that.
All right.
And that will be Lena's turn.
All right. The creature will take half of its movement to stand up. It is no longer prone. It will then go after you, Nyx. First attack. 26.
Ooh, ouch, that's gonna hit.
Can I use my reaction, use my interception, and reduce the damage on that?
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your damage, and then I'm going to reduce the damage by 1d10 plus 5.
Go ahead and make your roll.
Yeah, just tried to roll away. So it's going to reduce the damage by 7.
So that'll be 19 points of damage.
And is that fire damage?
No, that is slashing damage.
Okay. What was the number again? 15?
19.
19. Okay.
Second attack. That is a 25.
That'll hit.
Four points of damage.
4?
24.
Okay.
You will see the lava begin to bubble and churn. A creature looking as if made of lava coming out rapidly, almost swiftly, charging straight at you, Lena. Reaching out to grab you, to touch you. It's using its hands as weapon. Its first attack is a 17.
17 will miss.
Second attack, 21.
21 would hit.
All right, so that will be 8 points of fire damage.
All
Don't
right.
forget the potion. Unless that's already reduced.
That's already reduced.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then that'll bring up Tosh.
Tyr, is that creature still there?
Yeah, I'm fixing to drop it on the map.
Okay. Yeah, if we could see where it is, that'd be. Now, did it just rise up out of the lava?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, seeing the creature, Tosh is gonna continue to wail on this big guardian, taking the attack action to do 2 attacks with his quarterstaff.
Alrighty.
The first is a 13.
13 will miss.
Second, oh yeah, that's a 2 for a 10.
A 10? Yeah, that'll miss.
Okay, he's going to spend another key point to try and flurry of blows, taking 2 unarmed attacks.
If I'm not mistaken, flurry of blows only can be done if you succeed on an attack.
It just says if you take the attack action, I think, but I will reread it. After you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Go ahead.
First attack. Ooh, much better. Wow, I really just want to kick the shit out of this thing, apparently. That is a 24.
24 will hit.
For a total of... that is 8 magical bludgeoning damage. And I will spend... I don't have to do that because it's Fury Blows. Go ahead and make that dexterity saving throw DC 16 to see if he falls prone.
He falls prone again.
Sweet. The second attack being at advantage.
Your attack should be at advantage anyway because you're flanking with Nyx.
That's fair. Oh, I didn't roll up for the first 2. That's okay. 9 plus 8 is 27.
27 will hit.
For a total of 5 magical bludgeoning damage. And I'll spend 1 more key point to do Stunning Strike. Con saving throw DC 16.
He's fine.
Cool. And after spinning around his quarterstaff and striking another cool pose, that is the end of my turn.
All right, that'll bring up Ziraj. You're muted, Joe.
Sorry, I have a very clicky-clack keyboard, and I was trying to be considerate when I was typing the chat. With now being told that it is written that there has to be combat, we're going to do let's see, let's do guiding bolt. Or first, I'm going to switch to my starry form archer
Okay.
as a free action, and then I will shoot the lava monster with the radiant arrow of my starry form. So it does or I'm going to attempt to a 25. Or is that math correct?
Yes, that hits.
Make sure I just math that correctly. It's plus my modifier. It's been a while since I played this character. Spell attack. Yeah, okay. And then that'll be 2d8 plus 5 radiant. Ooh, 8 plus 5 is 13 points of radiant.
All right.
And then we're going to do through my star map, we're going to do a first level guiding bolt at the creature.
Which one?
The golem.
All right.
Now he has advantage, or it's disadvantage because he's prone, right? Because it's a ranged spell
With
attack.
guiding bolt is an attack roll, right? It's not a saving throw.
Yes.
So you'll have advantage.
Is he stunned or prone?
He's prone.
Right, but it's a ranged attack. I mean, if I still have advantage, I still have advantage in your world. I'll take it. I'm not going to fight you.
Yeah,
I'll give you a bonus.
Go ahead. You're muted, Locke.
I was going to offer rules thing, but like I don't want to fuck up John's thing. You made a ruling. Do it.
Yep. So a 22.
22 will hit.
All right. Forward. Oh my god, this die is so fucking chunky.
The music bot left.
All
Come
right.
back, battle
4,
music.
8, 5. Another 13 points. So I got these die, the stackers. So for chat, this is a standard. This is the chunky one.
Ooh.
I picked it up for like first time rolling it. I'm like, oh wow, that's got some heft to it. Anyways, 13 points of radiant, and next attack also has advantage. Double advantage? I don't know. That's a good turn for Ziraj, I think.
That will bring up Karak.
Yeah, fuck it. Advantage. I can't pass that up. I'm gonna step forward. And I am going to attack with my Great Axe of Sharpness against the Iron Giant. With advantage. And I'm apparently going to knock things over behind me when I do it. So that is a natural 1 and a 17. Thank God for advantage. 17 plus 8 is 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
That will do 2d6 plus a thing called Divine Strike gives me those. All right. So that is going to be 8 and 3 is 11 points of slashing and 7 points of radiant to the creature. I'm sorry, not radiant, thunder. I say radiant. I'm not that kind of cleric.
Okay.
So that is my action. And then bonus action, I am going to look across at Nyx, and I am going to cast a 3rd level healing word.
Okay.
Gonna do that on the D&D Beyonds because it's your healing magic. Click the right thing. 11 points of healing back there, Nyx.
Okie doke.
And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. That will bring up Nyx.
All right. Not forgetting that I have advantage because flanking and also prone. Okay, that d20 fucked off, so we'll go with a different one. Okay. That's a 23 to hit.
3 hits.
Alrighty. We need these, and that. Oh, that's such a nice sound.
It really is. That's some ASMR right there.
That's 2, 8, 10, 15, 16, 19, 20, 22, plus 10 is 32.
32.
Yes.
Is that your turn?
She is going to, after that, bonus action disengage because she don't want to get whacked again.
All right. Creature is taking a lair action. It will take its sword, slamming it into the lava. The lava will bubble up and burst, sending lava spewing everywhere. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh!
All right, Karak.
Nat 20. So that's 21 total.
21 total. That'll be 25 points of damage.
Now, is that including the having for
That-
resistance?
Yes.
Oof.
This
Okay.
I'm taking into account the resistance from the potions. Next.
That would be a 28 plus evasion.
All right, so you will not take any damage. Tosh.
That would be dex saving throw. That will be an 18 with evasion.
18, you will take 50 points of damage. No, half, 25. You have evasion. So, yeah, 25. Lena,
It's gonna hurt because I have an 11.
50 points.
Yep.
And Ziraj.
Oh, it's the dirtiest of 20s.
All right, 25.
Did Ziraj take one of those potions ahead of time?
No. No, Ziraj did not take a potion of fire resistance, so that'll be 50.
And that's the half number?
Yes.
All right, in that case, absorb elements. Because it's fire
Okay.
damage, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to cast absorb elements so that I only take 25.
You can do that as a reaction, I assume.
Yep.
All right, that'll bring up Lena.
Okie dokie. Well, she's got this lava monster on her, so she's gotta move him. So we're gonna start with my bonus action and try for a Shield Master shove.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I have to take my. It says I have to take my attack action first, so we're gonna attack it first and then attempt to shove it.
Alrighty.
So axe.
That's the lava monster, correct?
Yeah, that's the lava monster, and I rolled a 2, so that 13's not gonna hit it. I'm sure.
13 hits.
13 does hit it.
Don't make assumptions.
I'm just surprised.
It's real
Sorry.
squishy. It's made of lava.
It is. That's going to be 7 points of slashing, and 4 points of radiant. And 24
That'll hit.
on the second strike for 14 points of slashing and 6 points of radiant. And then bonus action, going to try and shove it. There it
Okay.
is. So I know it needs a save or something. Trying to find where it tells me what they need. I think it has to make a save of some sort against the shove. It says Shield Master shove 1 bonus action, but it doesn't say.
Click on the on Shield Master,
Yeah,
and
I'm
it
trying
should.
to find it. Yeah, it doesn't say what the dex save, like if a save, what save is against it again, or anything like that. It just says if you take the attack action on your turn, you can use your bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield.
Okay, so it's just a standard shove, so it's opposed athletics.
Okay.
We
What
lost
the heck,
Bot
music
again.
bot?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it.
All right.
Woo.
So I have 25.
All right, so you shove it.
And I'm going to try and shove it like back away from the others. So it would kind of, yeah.
All right, is that your turn?
That would be Lena's turn.
All right, it is now the monster's turn. The iron creature rising up. One of those attacks should have been with advantage. Oh no, you attacked the lava monster. Never mind. I'm out of it. I should not be DMing tonight. I'm sorry, folks.
You're doing fine.
The iron monster will, its head will raise up. It will vent. You will hear a tsh as green gas erupts all around him. I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Is this a poison?
It is.
I have advantage against being poisoned.
Correct.
Blackjack. 21.
21. All right, so that'll be 25 points. Nyx,
Dirty 20.
25 points. Tosh,
24.
25 points. Lena,
I rolled a 22, but I was looking. So my Shield Master evasion says if an effect allows half damage on success, you can use your reaction to take no damage.
that's for dexterity, though, right? This is a Constitution.
It says if an effect allows half damage. That's all it says. But I'll take it. So I rolled
If
a 22.
you, I'm looking at it, says make a dexterity saving throw to only take half damage. You can use your reaction to take no damage.
No, Shield Master evasion says if an effect allows half damage on success, you can use your reaction to take no damage. It's not standard evasion. It's different.
Right. Hold on. I'm trying to.
I don't know.
We will.
And like I said, I'm not gonna argue it. You're the DM, and like I said,
Okay.
I'm just
So
reading what it says on the sheet.
give me a
But
moment to speak, please.
okay,
Uh,
sorry.
Shieldmaster Evasion. If you are subjected to effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to only take half damage, you use your reaction to take no damage. If you
Okay.
succeed on the saving throw, interpreting your shield between yourself and the source of the effect. So it's for dexterity based saving throw.
Okay, and like I said, I rolled a 22.
All right, so you'll
I'm
take
not worried.
25.
All right.
Ziraj,
30.
25.
That was a natural 20, and I have plus 10 in con.
That is awesome. All right, it is now. That was its gaseous attack. It did not recharge, sadly. It is going to take its sword attack. On Tosh. First attack. That is 21.
21 will definitely hit.
That is 20 points of damage. Second attack. That will
Said
fail.
20.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
20. That is a 2 plus 13 is 15. I think your AC is higher than that.
Just barely.
All right. The lava monster, having been shoved, will turn its attention, charging you, Nyx.
Yay. It's friend shaped.
That will miss. That one's cocked. 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Wait, yeah, 25. No, 21 to hit. I'm sorry.
Still hits.
All right. Eight points of damage.
Okay.
All right. That will bring up.
Nice.
Nice. That will
Sorry.
bring up Tosh.
He's gonna, now that he's kind of the focus, he is gonna swing his quarterstaff. There's no advantage here, right? I don't have any advantage for smacking this thing right now.
You get your first attack will be on advantage because of the guiding bolt that will hit it.
Okay. First attack then with advantage. Oh, heck yeah. That is a 22.
22 will hit.
Nice. That
Did
will
you
be
just say Helk?
possibly between the trying to fuse two words together at the same time. That is 5 magical bludgeoning damage, and I will spend the key point to try and do stunning strike.
And is stunned.
Hell yeah! So then my second attack will be on with advantage, correct?
Correct.
Hell yeah! Second quarterstaff strike. That will be a 21.
21 will hit.
Oh yeah, that is max damage for 11 magical bludgeoning damage, and then I am going to spend a key point to do patient defense, where I will take the dodge action as a bonus action, and he's just there, ready for anything.
All right. That will bring up Ziraj.
Okay. Gonna do a little bit of the same, but change it up a smidge. So first we're going to do our starry form archer at the lava monster. So I will make an attack on that. Let's try this. I'm feeling good with the Ruby and Zoa site. Alright. A 23 to hit.
3 hits.
All right, and that's 2d8.
You said this is the lava monster, right?
Lava monster. 4, 8, 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, on the big guy, the Iron Golem, I'm going to upcast a Moonbeam do it at 4th level.
Okay.
And I'm going to drop that Moonbeam. Let me pull up Owlbearer. Where's my little druid symbol? There we are. Actually, I could get both them, now the lava monster has moved. Let me make sure it's the correct size. All right, yep, that's a 5 foot. Cool. Yeah, so I can hit Lava Monster and Iron Golem. So they will both, as they have entered the Moonbeam for the first time, enter spell area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, will need to make me a Constitution saving throw DC 20. And I'm going to woe the big guy. So you can take 5 off of big guy's roll.
Okay, they both fail.
All right, then they're going to take 4 d10 radiant damage. Ooh, nice. 10, 13, 19, 28 points of radiant damage. To both of them.
All right.
That's action and bonus action. We are set.
All right, correct.
All right. Yeah, I think can't pass up the opportunity there. They're clustered so nicely like that. There's a convenient little blue dot I put on the map just south of the creature, kind of straight down from where Lena is. I have measured, yep, that one there. I have measured, and that should just miss Lena and Nyx, but hit both the Iron Golem and the lava monster when I cast Shatter a second time.
Nice.
Level
What's the distance on that?
10-foot radius.
Because Lena and Nyx are within 10 foot of that dot.
Not on my screen.
The edge of Nyx is 10, and the edge of Lena is 10.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, even the edge of Zaraj. No, Zaraj is more 15. If you go to center, actually, it doesn't really line up center. They're like 12 feet center.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the only issue I'm having here is that I've tried moving the dot a couple of times. That's not what I wanted. Paintbrush. Every time I put I've moved the dot by incremental bits to try and get different measures, and it keeps snapping the measure to somewhere other than exactly where the dot is. So
Bring it to, instead of a dot, bring in a token. We put the token there to count as your.
see, but even I don't know about on your screen. On my screen, when I'm measuring that, it's starting the measurement right here. It's not putting the measure on the token for some reason.
Yeah, I'm having the same issue.
So I had measured off of the spot it was measuring from. I moved it back a little bit so my line was getting to just the edge that's touching Nyx and the lava monster together, and the bottom edge. So moving it back just a little further than that, than where it was actually measuring from, I figured would get everybody without hitting anyone.
Here's the thing: where the big creature is in Nyx and Lena in comparison, it's going to be hard. So here's what I'm going to do: since we're having trouble with the measuring tool, I'm just going to high-low it. Call it high or low.
Low.
Okay, you're good.
All right.
So
Cool.
go ahead and cast your spell. I'll roll saving throws.
Yeah, there's a DC 19 con save for them.
What's the constitution for the lava monster? He will fail. All right. What's the damage?
You know what? I'm gonna use destructive wrath because I haven't done that in a minute. I'm just gonna make it max. So it'll be 40 points of thunder damage to both of them. Did they both fail?
No.
Did you roll with disadvantage on the iron creature because he's made of metal?
He also gets advantages, so it was an even roll.
Okay.
So
he'll take half. So that'll be
Yep.
20 points to him.
But the lava monster is destroyed.
Woohoo!
That will bring up Nyx.
All right. Nyx is going to reposition a little bit. Not to be in the moonbeam, just in case. 'Cause I don't know. And she is going to stab this iron giant. That's not gonna hit. That's a 3 plus 9.
Yep,
That's
that
not
will
gonna
miss.
In which
Did
case-
you roll with advantage? Is stunned.
Oh, I did not. I didn't realize he was stunned. Oh, that's much better. 16. That is a 25.
All right, that will hit.
All right. Grab all the dice. It's 10, 15, 16, 18, 21, 25, 9, 33.
33.
damage.
How do you want to do it?
Oh. Write it for me.
The creature being stunned, caught in this world between worlds, you will move forward, seeing that where some of the iron of its chest plate has been creased and opened from the other attacks. You will see the heartstone of the creature, the life-giving jewel, your blade coming through, smashing that jewel, the creature going inert.
Yay! We did it!
You did it. Good job.
Woo!
Dandy with the big kills every time.
The iron giant will begin to sink into the lava. So you have the altar in the middle of the lava with the fragment of the heartstone. You
Zaraj,
are. Go ahead, Zarash.
I was gonna say, having been told that it was written that we have to defeat it in combat, having done so, Zaraj will cautiously and respectfully come up to the altar and take the heartstone.
So you're going to walk into the lava?
Oh,
The-
there's not
the-
like a path.
There's not a path. The altar is
Okay.
in the center of a pool
Gotcha.
of lava.
All the tokens on it kind of made it hard to see.
Here, let's do this. I'm just going to blank all the tokens.
Yeah, so yeah, Zaraj, it does it how deep does it seem? Does it seem like it is like for being as tall as Zaraj is? Does she feel like she could walk through it? She's gonna get a stick to see how far down she can put it in.
Zaraj.
Yeah.
It seems as you seem to be contemplating walking into this lava. Did you happen to drink a fire resistance potion today?
No.
Oh, okay then. And then Tasha's just gonna walk through the lava to go get the thing. He's a man made of metal, so
Use the trunk. Use your trunk.
Ari started walking.
All right.
Nix is just gonna sit down.
So good DM, I have a question for you.
And hopefully I have an answer.
I have the ability to walk across surfaces as long as I keep walking and don't stop. That skill is known as, hang on, I'm pulling it up. It's in my features and traits. It's something that I just learned how to do. I would like to, come on, where are you?
Not Step of the Wind.
No, it's where is it going? Unarmored movement improvement. You can move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the move. So he wants to just walk across, pick it up, and continue walking off the side of it and get out of the pool.
Okay.
Zaraj is gonna stop you and say, "Wait, before you try that, and before I try doing it." She looks around and sees all these stone rubble. And she grabs one and she's going to try to just make a little pedestal stepping stone so that she can reach the Heartstone. So she's going to grab one of those pieces of rubble, place it in the lava, and see if it stays. Like once it settles, does the lava go over it, or is part of the stone still above it?
So give me a flat intelligence check. Zaraj.
You said check?
Yes. Just a flat intelligence roll.
Great.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna go do a
17.
cure on.
Do what, Croc?
I said. Meanwhile, while Zaraj was rolling that, I'm gonna be going over and giving a cure. I'm gonna give one to both Lena and Nix.
All right.
That was a 17.
You are able to make a bridge with these stones.
All right. Allow me to guide you away from the path of stupidity, metal man.
Sarge, I have the ability to walk on literally water as long as I keep going. This is a liquid, is it
The bottom
not?
of your feet won't melt. And she's
Is
going
it
to
liquid?
step on the stones and will grab the Heartstone.
All right. There is writing on the Heartstone.
I will attempt to read it.
It is written in Primordial. Do you read Primordial?
I am proficient in Primordial, as including its dialects, which are Ignan, Terran, Aquan, and Aran. Although the
says
dialects
hope.
are a little bit harder to read.
It says hope burned.
Hope burned?
Burns.
Burns. All right, burns. Hope burns. Got
Is
it.
my mic acting up again?
No,
I thought you said hope burned, as in the past tense. I might have just misheard.
Okay.
Nix, you get 27 points back. Lena, you get 22.
I'm sorry, I just went from 69 to 96. And I found that hilarious.
Nice.
That was my
reverse nice.
nice from earlier.
All right. So what do you all say we go somewhere a little cooler?
Yeah, I think Out
Also,
of the temple's the
hello
best
to
option.
people.
You're only saying hi to two of us? Why are you only saying hi to two
Well,
of us?
I know the other. Oh, hello, friends I know. Hello, friends I don't know.
Good to see you.
Nyx is just gonna cross her arms and give that same look that reminded you of Dimble so long ago. It's just on a different face.
And she's gonna look at you quizzically. Dandy?
No,
Don't use
That's
she's dead.
yeah. Dandy's dead. This is
Oh,
Nyx.
sorry. Dimble?
Wish he was dead.
And then realizing who Nyx is, Zaraj is going to go up and give one of her patent pending mama hugs, and be like, "It's nice not to have to bend down as far. It's good for my back."
Still say.
And Goliath, friend. Hello.
Hello. I am Lina Mercygiver Kitanalio.
Is that Lena for short?
You may call me Lina.
Great. How did you come to be amongst our friends and party?
She will look down at the ground. I was called upon my goddess to protect the she-wolf. I failed in my duty. I have sworn to find her and bring her back and restore the balance.
Ooh, I like you much more better than that one scrimp that joined us for that time. You can stay.
Scrimp wasn't so bad.
It was Jeff we all hated.
Oh yeah, Jeff was the worst.
Lina will look a little confused.
So is Dave. Dave is also pretty bad.
Dave has been
Weirdly helpful.
curiously making himself useful as of late. He seems bored and is trying to get some excitement to happen at the end, apparently.
I mean, at least everyone's better than Kuari.
This is fair.
Lina will look Siraj up and down, look at Tosh.
Hmm?
She definitely does not look like a stone.
No. That is what an elephant looks like.
You told her I was a stone? Or did you say
Look.
I was stoned.
When you try to
Both
describe
are
an
incorrect.
elephant, when you try to describe an elephant to someone that's never seen an elephant, you say big, like a stone, like a boulder, with ears.
Large pachyderm? Any of those?
Yeah, pretty sure that's
Prehensile
not a
nose?
word that even I know what that means.
Speaking of that prehensile nose, why didn't you use it to grab the Heartstone? That seems like the no-brainer option.
Sometimes the primordials and the gods want you to think outside the box. And those that run towards their goal may be smote. If you think outside and allow the gods to play their little puzzles, even if it isn't one, you can often be better. So the easy route is to just grab it. But one of the tenets of Uma is to be an example, is be the light. And so I want to be an example of smarter thinking. And thus, Uma has allowed me to take possession of their Heartstone.
Wouldn't using your nose to grab it also be the smarter option? Because then you wouldn't have had to make the bridge.
He did. He wouldn't have been long enough to reach.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the nose is only so long. Now, if we still had a gnome, then I would have picked up a gnome at the end of my truck to then reach across.
Well, we don't.
But we don't.
We have the stone. The place isn't collapsing around us, which is good.
and surprising, honestly.
Honestly, yes. Speaking of tests, Tyr, have we seen the emerald that dude was talking about at all?
No.
Who was he? Curious.
Oh yeah, the holy relic.
Yes, there was. We were told of a holy relic that was here that I had instructed everyone.
I thought he was just trying to get the Heartstone itself as the holy relic.
We should not touch, but I have not seen this relic that is mentioned. Curious. Anyway, not our business. Shall we get out of here before lava starts erupting or something?
Uma has willed it that we did not find it, and we are in Uma's domain. So before they want to see us out, we should let ourselves out.
Dandy will stand, not Dandy, fuck. Nyx will stand back up and just start walking towards the exit. Do I need to do another deck save to get back across the lava?
Yes,
Or I was going to say, are those bridges actually there further down?
they are.
Oh,
So
then
she
I'm
could
gonna
literally
use
just go the long
bridge.
way.
Just gonna use the bridge then.
Yeah, the long way.
It's good to have you back, Siraj. We especially have your knowledge of this religion would have been very useful. We were having to make guesses.
I spent many days in the forest reflecting on what was to come, trying to become one with the gods of the islands, to light our way from this temple to the next. So I'm sorry I wasn't there for Dandy and for Ven, and that shall weigh heavy on my soul
We'll get them back. One
when
way
they
or
are ready.
Meanwhile, in Angramora, the shadow dreaming,
All of justice.
we find ourselves in a bedroom, a very opulent, decorated, furnished dwelling quarters with one Vinfura. A servant girl will enter the room dressed in very plain clothing, will give a small curtsy, begging your pardon, but the master wishes to know if you will be having tea with him.
Fine.
Very well. If you would follow me,
She'll get up, a little huffy, but follow the kid.
it will take several minutes to traverse the veritable maze that is the castle in Angramora till you're brought to a library. The Alishon, the prince of the shadow dreaming of Angramora, already seated, will smile, a very almost displaced looking expression on this face as he will stand, recognizing you as you enter. Oh, you decided to join me. Excellent. Excellent. Please be seated.
She'll walk over to the table, kind of look around, kind of kick the chair out a little bit and flop in it. And that, that grumpy, kind of slouched back position.
He will nod slightly, pour 2 cups of tea. He will sit down. So, I have a proposition. I have 2 of them. One, the first, buys your freedom. All I need in exchange is the ring that you. The second gives you power. Come, join me, sit by my side as Queen of Angramora. Watch your enemies tremble before you as we remake a world without corruption, without social divide and economic uh, warfare, where all are equal in the eyes of the shadow.
And who told you it was going to go like that? That shit stick Zakaz. Sorry,
That is
blanked
why
on
we
names.
are doing this.
Do you seriously think he's not going to double cross you?
He would be foolish to.
Oh, come on. If he gets them to use the Scions, who gets to decide exactly how things get remade? You or
By
him?
the voice.
If the voice got to remake the world, do you really think it would be what you want?
Well, when I become the voice, yes.
And how are you going to become the voice?
I'm afraid I cannot tell you. That secret must remain secret for now. But there are ways.
So what exactly is it you're wanting me to do as queen? What are you expecting from me?
That you will rule Angramora. Angramora needs a queen. It needs that ruler, that wrought iron fist in the velvet glove to keep the people inspired and in line. I cannot be the ruler. I am a man. The most I can hope for is prince. It must be a queen.
And if I don't want to fucking mess around with Zakez's bullshit?
Mm. So you're saying that you would entertain the idea, but we would have to put our current plans to the fire.
Look, I have no interest in fucking taking over the material plane and dealing with fucking Zakaz or bringing about the end and a reset or any of that shit.
I will think on this if you are being serious with your proposition.
You'd consider leaving the material plane alone.
I would consider cutting ties with Zakez. What Zakez will do, Zakez will do. But Angramora would have no play in it.
Are you serious?
Are you?
What would I benefit from being bullshit with you? Talking bullshit with you? Look, you're gonna do what you're gonna fucking do. So, I'm just telling you where I'm at.
Interesting.
And
Interesting indeed.
And I'd like to insight check him
Okay.
on his consider. He said he would consider that.
Okay.
19.
19. He is very difficult to read, but you feel as if something has struck a chord. The rest of the tea will be one of quiet observation as the two of you sit uncomfortably together. And this is where we're going to go ahead and take our break. Once our producer will let me know that they're ready. All right, guys, we'll be back in 10 minutes. Hang out. We're going to go get our beverages, our snickety snacks, and all that. And we'll be back. Greetings, Earthbound travelers. Welcome back. Thanks so much for hanging out while we took our break, got our snickety snacks and all of that. Before the break, the party had done combat with the Iron Guardian that guarded the piece of the Heartstone in the ruins of Umma, the fire primordial. Vinfira had tea with Alishan, the prince of Angamora. Some interesting propositions being laying on the table. And this is where we resume. The party, you are still in the main altar chamber of these ruins. What would you like to do?
Nyx is heading for the door.
GTFO.
Yeah, get the hell out. Just
You
a
know-
lot.
If you're such a smart girl, Zaraj, or if you could show the gods how smart you are by getting us out of here via. And he points at like a plant.
There's no plants inside the ruins.
Get us out of here via plants, like that one time.
Okay, you've gone from Tosh to Ron Burgundy.
It's a little bit of column A, a little column B.
Nyx
I
is just
love
gonna
it.
look back at Tosh like, have you seen a single plant since we've been in here?
I don't keep track of those types of things.
There was a tree that we used to get here, didn't we?
Aha.
We used a tree.
No,
get-
no. Dave brought us here, remember?
Dave brought us here. I was thinking that we got one of the druids from the village to send us this way.
It was
so
Dave.
Okay.
Zaraj will look around, seeing that there's no plants. We'll just be like, we have been through the fire and the flames of Umma, and have, as been foretold, claimed what is rightfully ours for the time being, in order to prevent catastrophe on a global scale. You shall let us pass.
Okay, and you're saying that to just out loud, or
I thought he said that Tosh said there was guards.
no?
No, just plants. Let's leave via that plant thing.
Got you. I thought you said that there were guards. I misheard. Yeah, no. We're gonna go. I thought we discussed here that there were trees that were outside of
outside.
the volcano. Yes.
Right, you guys are still in the altar chamber.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we no, Tosh. We have to. There's no trees inside. We have to go outside to use the trees. That's where trees grow.
All right, well,
This is like basic.
lead on.
This is basic 101. This is basic life.
Nyx is still just retracing the steps walking out of the temple.
Yeah, Grok is with Nyx. Like those two can argue.
And it will take some time, but you will finally find your way into the chamber with the two boxes that based on what you all could think would be confessionals. Zaraj, you will know this to be, they are called sleeping boxes, and it's where the acolytes would take their rest when they were on patronage duty, should someone come in the middle of the night and need assistance.
Mhm.
You will make your way finally out into the outside of the volcano to the shoreline, where there are some large trees. I need everyone to give me a perception check.
Ooh.
Don't fuck me, Ustad. Good job,
Please
Ustad.
fuck me, Ustad.
Ooh,
God damn it.
you said perception, right?
Oh wait, I have advantage.
All right, Karak,
23.
next.
31.
Tosh,
Dirty 20.
Lena,
19.
and Zaraj.
29.
You will all notice that the volcano has gone quiet. The stream of steady smoke that was erupting has vanished, dissipated. The thick, heavy smell of acrid smoke has left the air. Now only the salty breeze from the sea. The volcano slumbers.
Well, look at that. Cool.
How are we feeling, everyone? Should we head back into town or should we continue on our quest?
I could deal with a night's rest,
Rest
but I
would
don't think we
not-
need to go into town for that.
Rest would not be a bad idea.
Tiered in my reflections or in our discussions, do we know what order we have to do the temples, or were we just doing Uma first because of how, one, the volcano getting pissed off, and two, being where it was.
The only thing that y'all know is that the volcano was angry, and that's why you chose it.
Okay.
You have nothing yet to know where you'll go next.
So we could go blindly, or we could try to research on where to go in the order. Given that we just chose Umakas first, because the volcano, or because the volcano was mad. Tyr, since I'm a sage and this was kind of my studies, would I be able to recall any history or lore, and do a check or something like that to see if it actually matters?
Give me an insight check.
16 on the die. Insight is +5, 21.
You'll remember that the fire, the fragment of the Heartstone recovered from the volcano had words on it. Pulling it out, looking at it again.
Burns.
Hope burn. But it looks like that fits in the middle of something. Like there might be something before or after that. Like you'll
Right.
briefly remember that because y'all never examined the Heartstone in town, but you know that it connects.
Yeah.
And so it may tell you where to go next, or it may not.
So let's go back to Aeopolis. We'll rest at my home. We'll examine the Heartstone, and that'll give us fresh timing and time to stock up before we go to one of the other causes.
Yeah, Tyr, correct me if I'm wrong, but my recollection is that the deal we made with the elders was the. Let me rephrase that. Let me ask the question: was the deal we made with the elders that we had to go and brave the volcano to get the stone from the fire temple to prove that we were the ones sent to stop the calamity from coming before they would give us the Heartstone, or did we have to get all of them before they were willing to give us the Heartstone?
No, you proved yourselves by saving them when they were attacked by shadow creatures. They were guarding this piece of the Hearthstone with the war wizards until you all decided what to do next.
Okay.
So let's go back to Aeopolis. We'll see the Heartstone. We will not turn over our piece to them, but we will examine it to help guide our way and do as the primordials wish.
And perhaps they will give us the Heartstone now that we have shown them
That we have calmed the Uma's wrath. All right, so I will upcast at 7th level because I had to use it to get here. Transport via plants to take us back to the tree that is my home.
As you're traveling through, there'll be a ripple
That's not normal.
a dark, almost energy that seems to almost contaminate the green Zeraj that you're used to seeing. You will see two hands reaching out from the darkness that then fade into the green. And then you will be in your city. And all of you would have seen that, by the way.
Have any of you know what that is? Or do I need to put my trunk into a book?
It reminds me of when we rode the Lammergosh's chariot to get to my people. The hands reaching to grab us.
Yes, it reminds me of that. Well, from what you told me, I think. If I remember that quickly. Memories.
This is all very strange.
I'm with the tall one.
I think it could be Angramora or the Nightmare Realm trying to reach through to hinder us.
Give me an insight check, Rock.
Or is it Venfira trying to come back to us?
Don't fuck me, Ustad. Damn it, go in the thing. That's an 18 plus 10, 28.
28. You know it is not Venfira. But the thing that would be most concerning is that it seems that the veils that keep the realms and these dimensions separated seems to be thinning.
Got it.
Quite worrisome. Wasn't Venfira. I can assure you of that. It's almost like the barriers between the realms are weakening, allowing things to pass through. We know that Dave has done something to affect the veil between life and death. Perhaps that is having a broader effect on all of the plane.
Nyx is just gonna to lean in and whisper very quietly. Do you think it's because I've died so many times?
No. I think this has more to do with Zakez and his ilk playing with prophecy and manipulating things. I think they are weakening the barriers between Malacucius returning when he should not have been able to, gates of Angramora possibly being opened, the veil between life and death being blocked, the Nightmare Realm acting on our plane openly. All of these things are possibly having a cumulative effect. I can speak, really, I can't. That could be dire for our world if barriers break down completely.
With hearing Karak talk about the barriers getting weaker, would I feel that my transport via plants is helping to weaken that barrier, like a stone path that's well traveled? By doing it more and more, I'm shaving off microns.
Give me an insight check.
14 on the die plus 5 insight, 19.
You don't know if you're shaving or causing it to grow weaker, but you are giving it a point to attempt to come through.
Got it. Okay.
You're giving it another place to try.
In that case, Karak, we should probably try to minimize the use of teleporting until we absolutely need it for expediency.
Yes, it's a balancing act we will have to walk. Because If we take too much time in achieving our goals, the barriers could break down anyway. So taking long times to travel could very well have just as detrimental an effect as moving swiftly and risking it. We will have to be judicious in our choices.
Well, hopefully Uekas is next, because that is a mere boat's ride from Aeopolis. Also, I'm not familiar with any trees on that mountain, so we shall be having to go on foot at least part of it.
There's, at this point, that Lena will have a vision. And I need everyone but Lena to earmuff.
Uh-oh.
Yep, Discord.
Lena, you will suddenly have a strike of pain pierce your brow, as if something is trying to bore into you. Followed by a vision, you will see a two-headed wolf sitting atop an iron throne, devouring a woman dressed in white.
Would she have any idea what this symbolism means?
Give me an insight check.
Hmm. 23.
A woman dressed in white will be the virtue of the world, the innocence of the realm.
And the wolf is devouring
The two heads of the
innocents.
wolf are devouring it, yes.
She might speak in giant. What are you trying to tell me? What do you want me to do?
There will be no answer.
All right. Yeah, I'm waiting
Come
on
back.
John. Here we go. You all will
Okay.
see Lena reach up and grab her forehead. Speak a little bit in a different language. Tasha, I don't know with your ability if you understand all languages.
Anything spoken out loud?
Okay. She's speaking in giant, but what you would hear, since you understand it, would be, what is it? What do you want me to do? What are you trying to tell me? Essentially.
Everything all
Are
right?
you all right?
I saw a vision. It was strange. Two-headed wolf devouring a woman wearing white. I believe the woman is supposed to be the world's virtue.
Two-headed wolf. That's new.
Makes sense,
Indeed.
though. The ring of mind shielding, it can hold a soul. If one dies and the body is wearing the ring, as we learn. Well, Vinfira wears the ring. Vinfira separated the two souls within herself, allowing Gangriella to go back to Angramora. Something happened in Angramora. We don't know what. Prince killed the queen. Thought he did. But because of her connection to Vinfira, the soul did not depart. It snapped back and was caught by the ring. Vinfira carries Gangriella with her. Two heads of the wolf. Torn between choices.
Hopefully she doesn't have too many choices. I did tell Dave to make sure that she stopped being a dick.
She
If-
doesn't even have one.
Yes, but sometimes, when somebody's being rude, they call you a dick. It's a thing, right?
The important thing is that we know where Gangrela's soul is, and if Venfira could find even a piece of her body, and we could get Zaraj to it, or get it to any other powerful druid, we could, in theory, bring Gangrela back in corporeal form. We could set things right in Angramora. But she has to find some piece of the body, and we have to get there. But before we can do that, we have to do this.
Lena is going to look at Tosh with a little bit of a furrow in her brow. What do you mean you told Dave to tell her to stop being a dick? When
Oh,
did you
Dave.
meet with Dave?
Couldn't be a few nights ago, I suppose. We were resting. I was doing my watch. Dave showed up, said that she was not in a good spot, and he said that he would help. And I told him that for exactly one non-world breaking favor that did not harm anyone in our party or anything of the world, and it would only be for balance, that he would go to Angramora and tell her something from me, and I said to stop being a dick.
She's just kind of staring at you.
Yeah, Nyx is also kind of just staring at you, like a bit, not like slack-jawed, but almost like a step away from actually being slack-jawed.
Oh, he's also supposed to tell me where I can find my body.
Tosh told me about this visitation by Dave when he woke me for watch that night. It seemed that Venfira was being obstinate, and if she continued in pure obstinance, then the Prince of Angramora would stop having a use for her and might just end things and seek other means. So I think Tosh probably did the right thing, but how far can we really trust Dave?
And Dave is one she would listen to.
No.
Oh, absolutely not.
Venfira doesn't listen to most of us.
It's true.
Mm.
Well, actually, most of us, because she doesn't know you.
Siraj,
Yes.
speaking of things that we left unfinished, when I messaged you, the night that Venfira was taken, shadow creatures were attacking crypts not far from here. They were trying to get something out of one of the tombs. Did you ever discover what that was about?
Zaraj,
Yes.
you would know that those crypts are useless. They are just old, run-down crypts. There's nothing of value in them.
Those are old, rundown crypts with nothing of value in them.
So it was a ploy to draw us out into a fight so they could grab Venfira.
So it would seem.
It seems like it would have been. Again, I have to live with the fact that I was not there to tell you otherwise, and keep Venfira safe.
Well, Tosh and I arrived.
Did she not go back to the Tusk Spires? Like,
Yes,
why did she not stay in the Tusk Spire?
Well, they attempted to transport her to Angramora, and your planar binding worked and snapped her back to the Tusk Spire. as soon as Tosh and I dispatched the two creatures, and I grabbed something of theirs in case we needed it, I grabbed Tosh and I recalled us to the Tusk Spire, and we arrived just in time to see, somehow, I'm guessing because Dave has fucked with the veil, Cutlass, seemingly alive and well, and she grabbed Venfira from the hallowed ground and transported her to Angramora. Her magic deadening field keeping the protections from working.
It is true. I witnessed her taken. I was not quick enough to be able to stop it.
I was not wise enough to think of those those workarounds.
Well, we all thought Cutlass dead. I mean, we did cut her head off.
Should have burned the body.
She will
With
look
Dave
to Karak.
involved, that might not work.
Lena will look toward Karak. You should have gone after her immediately instead of messing with those creatures.
We believed she would be safe on the hallowed ground, and that the creatures were indeed after something that Angramora deemed important. And it's not the first time that they have been trying to beat us to something that we didn't know what it was. Dispatching them and not leaving them to roam here or complete what we thought was their objective seemed prudent. Really, we were only delayed by 10 to 20 seconds. before they
Dwelling on the
dispatched.
past is no path to the future. If we are to get Venfira back, we'll need to put a stop to all of this.
I think there's something important that we could all learn from looking back at the past, though. I spent my entire life not dwelling on my past. And look at me now.
You have a cool body, you don't have anybody following you anymore because your old name is gone, and you're orange?
Nyx is
Also-
just gonna smack him with her tail.
Where is your body? Your gnomish body.
Good DM.
It's still in the Tusk Spire.
It's going
exactly
to be
where
really
I
important
left
to
it.
have evidence to arrest your parents for your murder.
Arrest them? No, we're beyond arresting.
Zaraj, I don't want to call you naive, but those two individuals were playing a long game. They are back in their seats as bishops of the church.
Okay, new game plan. And hear me out. Save the world. Save Venfira. Avenge Dandy.
Oh, that was the game plan, yes.
I'm still playing catch up here.
Yes. They,
But in that
As-
order.
as, well, unless an opportunity presents itself along the way to,
Yeah, if they
yes.
get in the way.
Yes, they are, as bishops of the Mockingbird, they are beyond the touch of the law, I fear. Arrest would not stick. They
I
have many
can
resources.
attest to that. Getting them arrested wouldn't do anything. They'd be out within minutes. If they even got put in a cell at all.
I think the correct verbiage for what must be done is divine justice. The law of the god shall prevail here, not the laws of man.
We'll talk about this more so when we're not out in the open, I think.
Yes.
Yes, as it stands now, we need to we should get some rest, and we should get into town, acquire the Heartstone base, and then get on the road to the next piece. Dave intimated, if he can be believed, that completing the Heartstone would give us the required tools to get us to Angramora. I have been unable to find a foci that I could use to planar shift us there. The Heartstone, according to Dave, is something that could provide that for us. Or the act of assembling it somehow will get us what we need.
Well, I mean, if we assemble it, I imagine that wakes the old gods, and they're going to want to know why the fuck we woke them up.
We're going to need a very large pot of coffee.
Yes. Let's go inside and get some rest.
Or do we want to look at the Heartstone first so we can think about it and sleep on it and plan?
That's
I
not
mean-
a bad idea, really.
I want to go to bed.
Perhaps fresh eyes in the morning is better. We've had a long day.
That sounds good. Tyr, are Dandy's parents still my neighbors, or did they completely FO back to the main continent?
You don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna, as we're going home, I'm gonna keep an eye out for Dandy's parents.
Give me a perception check.
I'd like in on that action, if I may.
Okay.
A 22. Actually, can I also smell for them?
Okay.
Because then I can. I mean, I'm familiar with their scent. You know, her father wears a very, very particular scent of cologne. It's not
26
any
for
better.
me.
25.
The only thing that you will notice is a pacing panther outside the door to your domicile.
Poor baby.
Come here, Mila. We're sorry we left you.
He will chuff, stating her aggravation and her frustration.
Lean down and give her some scritches.
Nix'll offer some bacon, forgetting that Mila doesn't know this form.
That's a good point. But you have bacon. So
Wait, if we're not
Like-
supposed to use your dead name, we should probably stop using bacon because that would be a dead giveaway.
Everyone likes bacon, Zaraj. Everyone.
Here you go speaking in absolutes again.
The
I mean,
Even
sure,
people who don't eat
vegetarians and
meat
stuff
would like
don't, but
bacon. Even people who don't eat meat would like bacon if they had it. Just because they have a philosophical reason not to eat meat doesn't mean they don't like the flavor of bacon. Everyone likes bacon.
I don't remember if I do like bacon. I might.
Nix'll offer a piece to Tosh, even though he probably can't taste anything.
Yes, chewy, greasy. Yes. Apparently this is bacon.
y'all making me hungry. All right.
Your cat.
It was
Um,
Venfira's uncle's.
yeah.
Hmm.
He
Hello,
left the
Venfira's
cat.
uncle's cat.
He left the cat to help. He left the cat in the care of Venfira. She was sort of a guardian.
Hmm.
All right. Let's get some rest. And in the morning we will set about on our task.
Has Zaraj been home since we all left at all?
Well, Zaraj was getting laid when we all left, so
You presume that's what she was doing.
Yeah,
DM
'cause
says it's so. It's
because Tosh had given Venfira a sandwich while she was sitting on the floor in the corner, and she just left it sitting there. So it's, unless Zaraj has picked it up, it's just still sitting there.
Her what?
It's a sandwich just sitting on the floor in the one corner of the living room.
Well, I'm assuming in the days since, even when I was in the jungle reflecting, Poem would have tidied up and thrown away the rotting sandwich.
Yeah. That was when everybody was sad that Dandy died. So he made everybody sandwiches.
Zaraj, since I used the recall spell to get us back to the Tusk Spire, I no longer have that location. I was unable to recast the spell before we had to leave.
Oh, I was unaware that it wipes that location.
I believe it does. Let me double check the spell. Actually, that's a good
I thought that
point.
there was a permanent location for you.
Let me double check.
But if you are asking what I think you are asking, you are more than welcome to.
Yeah, if it does wipe it, then yeah, I'll reset it here.
Just vibing to the music while looking up, rules.
Oh, yeah.
so it doesn't
Pretty
say
cool
that it
trick.
takes it away. The
Yeah,
only thing it says is that it has to be something specified linked to your deity.
and as I hollowed the ground there, that would be a place I can designate as sanctuary. I don't have to recast the spell. I don't have to re-sanctuary every time. I can just cast the spell to go back there.
Let's see. Yeah, no, it looks like that remains a sanctuary.
Yeah, since I cast the spell there as a sanctuary originally, anytime I cast the spell again, that's where it goes. Okay, cool. Then never mind. I would know that that's how it works, and I would not have brought that up.
Hey, Croc. After they're inside, she'll talk to him.
Yeah. Yes, Nick.
There's something I want to talk to you about before we all go to bed.
Of course.
If people get suspicious about, I don't know, a new person being in the party that happens to have the same skills as Dandy, maybe it'd be a good idea that we come up with some sort of backstory. Like, maybe your tribe found me abandoned as a babe in the woods of the Tusk Spire and took me in, something like that.
That would, this form, tieflings are exceedingly rare in the world. My people are not particularly judgmental or superstitious about that race. That would work. You carry our tribe's name. Yes.
You should teach me how to curse in Orcish.
Ooh. Absolutely. Yeah, sit watch with me tonight, and we'll go over some of the basics, and I'll start teaching Dandy Orcish, starting with profanity.
Okay.
It's the best place to start with any language.
This is where we're going to take our second break because it's time for my pain medicine.
Dang.
So once I know my producer's there. All right, cool. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys. We'll be back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging out while we took our break, got our snickety snacks and all that. We are back. Thank you so much for being here. We do have a quick announcement to make. If you are not busy tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m., come on by. We're going to do an impromptu Q&A session with the audience. We'll, sort of ask us anything and we'll answer it. So come by, hang out with us. It'll be about 30 minutes or so. But yeah, come and hang out. All right. So back at it. You guys are taking a long rest, or have you made it that far yet?
I think we're about there.
Yeah.
Ready to rest and meet up in the morning.
Now the big question is, are we going to set watches?
Oh, I think definitely. Given our history, even here, there have been shadow creature attacks. So
What? No.
Uninvited people tagging along through trees.
To be fair, he wasn't not invited.
I mean, that's true. It's not like we pulled a Maleficent on him, but that wouldn't have stopped him anyway.
All right. So if there's nothing else, go ahead and take your long rest.
Cool.
I'll be nice. It'll be a quiet evening. There'll be nothing disturb your evening.
As we are, let me do my wheel or woe wheel today. As we are gathering in the morning, and we're all around, I'm gonna kind of talk to everybody. So it seems there's been some assumptions about my private life, and so I spoke to Poem to make sure I did not out her with her wishes, and she's okay with it. But you should know that we are not sexual; we are asexual, and I cannot have children of my own, which is why I have my daughters. So you can keep making your jokes, just know there's nothing going on upstairs other than me and my partner enjoying each other's company.
It's like really sweet.
What is
I never said that.
asexual?
Oh,
There's been
you know
lots
how
of
I have no
innuendos.
genitalia?
Yes, I'm the one who pointed that out when we were underwater.
Yes, it's similar when people don't have genitals or they don't want to use the genitals or they're not into each other's genitals. You can just hang out. You don't get anything from the genitals. Or you might, but you're just not really into it. And I respect that, Zaraj, because I, too, being a man of metal, get nothing from any of that. So I think it's very sweet that you have a relationship that is not built on some form of intimacy via the genitals.
You know, that raises a very interesting question. This is out of character. Dandy is a new person now. She has a different body. She has a different brain. I mean, it's still her inside the brain. It's still her soul. But because the body's different, would her sexual orientation potentially change?
I'm going to say yes, and here's why. Because you said that her like or dislike of bacon would have to be discovered. And so since those things that were set in stone with her before have already been brought into question and have to be rediscovered, then yes, her sexuality could possibly change if you so wish.
You get to find it out.
Oh,
But yes, when
it's
I
cute.
sleep in, it's because I am a very large elephant woman who hasn't been in her own bed for many moons, and I have a really comfortable bed.
I can only imagine.
I mean,
Very supportive.
I would mean it have to be, right?
Zaraj, I apologize for making assumptions based on how I would have acted in your place, and did not mean to uh, overstep by assuming things about you that I should not have.
It is fine. You did not know. And it was all in jest. But I figured we have gotten to the point where we spend a lot of time together. You are my family. And that if you would like to keep making the jokes, you may. Just know that they're falling on very, very deaf ears. Considering, as she like wiggles her giant elephant ears.
That's exactly why I thought that was funny, because you have big ears.
Hey, you want to know something else funny? A thought that occurred to me as you were speaking. That your sex life is just like Tosh. There's nothing going on upstairs.
Nyx will actually burst out laughing.
Lena is standing there looking very confused at all of you through all of this conversation.
Anywho,
Great.
that is why Zaraj adopts, air quotes, as many children as she can, and why she actually does sleep in. But we have a Hearthstone that needs reading.
To the town square? I don't know, it sounds weird in this voice.
A little higher, a little.
It's fine. It's fine. Let's just let's go.
Okay, so y'all are heading to the town square. The day has started. The hustle and bustle. The people very friendly, waving one to another. Some stopping to chit chat as the dinosaur beasts of burden are guided about with their daily task. I need Nyx to give me a perception check.
That would be a 21, sir.
You catch just the hintest bit of blue walk past.
Nyx is going to fight the urge to turn and look. Because she's paranoid that if she did that, it would give her away.
Okay. All right. So you all make it to the town square. They are the 4 war wizards guarding the piece of the Hearthstone.
I suppose we need to speak to the elders first, yes?
Are you asking them or?
I'm asking Zaraj.
Yes, we should probably go in and speak with the elders and let them know that we need to examine the Hearthstone.
It'd be better if we could take it with us. I'd feel safer if we had possession of it than to go through all the effort of
I
getting all
agree,
the other pieces
but
and then coming
the
back
baby
and finding
steps.
it's been taken. Yes, I understand.
We go in and ask to examine it, and then as we are examining it, explain our position on having it with us. It's one of those things that if we ask too much too soon, we may get nothing.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, honestly, if they don't acquiesce, then if the world falls to shit, it's partially their fault. Wow, dying so many times really gives one a potty mouth. Now I understand why Venfir is like that.
You should be practicing the Orcish when you feel the urge to profane.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
So we're gonna see if we can get permission to examine the Heartstone.
You easily get permission. The elders are still very much indebted to you for saving their life.
Yeah. Is there, now that we're getting a close-up look examination of it, am I noticing any writing?
Yes. On the back side, it says hope.
It says hope.
Hope.
For a hot second, I thought you said "ope," and I'm like, "This is this truly is."
It's from Michigan.
I am in Ohio, so
Oh.
I've lived here long enough that even I say it sometimes.
I was
I'm not
born in
even-
Indiana. I say it and I'm in Georgia.
I've only ever visited Indiana for a weekend, and I say it. And I
Yes,
didn't
but-
learn it from anybody.
You say, yeah, your mom said it occasionally because your mom was from the Midwest, so you've been exposed.
Usually it's more of an oop from me, though. 2 O's and a P. Oop.
Blows away, washes away, and crumbles. Would be my next guesses. Hope blows away. Hope washes away. Hope crumbles.
Looking at the piece that we have and the stone that they all fit into, can we tell where this one fits and maybe discern an order from that?
it looks like that they fit. There's a way for them to fit together.
So if we're dry fitting it, where does Hope Burns lie in relation to Hope?
So Hope Burns is on the front side.
Okay,
If you
from the front
fit
side.
them together, when you flip it over, a word has appeared. It says hope drown.
Hope drowns. Okay.
Ah.
Then know where you're heading to Uekas on the South Isle.
Yes, and I think this is why we need to take the stone with us.
Yes.
Because
Elders.
as we fit one piece in, it tells us where to go next. And rather than having to travel back here every time we collect a
That's
piece.
what I was going to explain to the elders.
Yes.
That the veil between us and the Shadow Realm weakens. And as we fast travel to the ruins, it gets weaker and weaker. If we were to come to Aeopolis after every excursion, the forces of evil will be upon our doorstep before we know it. It is wise for us to go from one to the next to the next. And thus, I beseech you to allow us to take the Heartstone.
Give me a persuasion check.
Can I help?
I'll allow it.
I will also point out that we have quieted the volcano
Yes.
and thus have lessened the danger.
All right, so I just want the audience to be aware of the will of the dice. So when I rolled a natural 1. And then we were given advantage because of the help of Karak, and it turned into a natural 20.
Woo!
So with my modifier for persuasion, it is a 20.
This is an interesting conundrum because they also rolled a 20. Natural.
Dibs.
By the sacred law of dibs, he doth call it first.
We hold that law very sacred on the Lost Isle.
You broke the DM.
I broke the code to everybody.
Oh.
I would like to point out that, I don't know what their modifier is, but my actual roll was a 20
And
'Cause I
theirs
have
was a
modifier.
natural 20.
as well. Okay, so they're also the same. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to figure out
But
because
chat agrees the dibs is undeniable.
Isn't it meets or beats always in favor of the person
If
that's
it meets, it beats.
in favor of us?
it's always in favor of the initiator. So I will give it.
My solution was going to be for me to roll a d6, and if it was 3 or lower,
I
it's
like
like
to-
flipping a coin.
Here's how this went down. We're discussing it back and forth, and they're him and Holland, and then I realize in our last conversation, no one claimed dibs, and no one's and Zaraj just goes dibs.
No, and looking at by the way the rules are written is
Yeah.
if it's a tie, it goes to the initiator, which would
Yeah,
be you.
if it meets or beats.
Zaraj. And
But I also
so
like in my personal mind, Zaraj, all matronly, motherly that she is, just goes dibs.
So this is where we're going to pause, guys. My back is absolutely trashed. I'm done in. I'm so sorry.
It is a
We're-
great place to end on dibs.
Dibs. Yeah, that's
we're
Dibs.
ending an hour early. But let's remind people who we are, where they can find us. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night at 8:30 here on our very own Twitch channel. If you don't follow already, please follow. And let's go ahead and remind people who we are.
Hey, I'm John. I played Zaraj, your matronly mother druid, also claimer of the dibs. You can find me all over the internet at that_film_guy and also on the Distinguished Adventurers podcast.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley. I was the voices of Lee Na and Venfira tonight. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, the voice of Tosh. And you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, like right now. Push the like button. Do it. Like checkpoint.
It's
Do it.
somewhere outside of this box that you're looking at. It's like down here.
Do it.
Over. No, wait, my thing's reversed. It's over here.
And I'm Alice, the voice of Nick's Shadow Stalker, and you can find me on Twitter at CapandCuppyCake.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark, and tonight I played Karak Shadowstalker, and we have a Patreon. You should go check that out. You could be responsible for letting us do this full time and not have to die in a soul-sucking job where we have to wear flair. You don't want that. No one wants that. So, go and support us on Patreon, and you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
I am Tier the DM. Sucked tonight, but usually I'm the okayest DM. You can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. Guys, shit is dark right now. I'm not going into details. We all know what's going on in the world, but things are chaotic. Times are troublesome. But remember, you're not alone. Now's the time to come together and let love and inclusion light the way to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torchbearers. And remember, until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. Love you guys.